Hey, it's me again, temporary. I'm back, temporarily. Still not that good. I'll figure it out eventually. But we're back again, and I'm talking about a new topic. And I've already decided what it's going to be government. Now, I'm going to admit, I don't know that much about the government, but I'm not going to talk about anything I don't really know about. I'm not even. So, I'm talking about politics, more importantly, the election right now. As of the recording of this, Donald Trump has become the Republican nominee by default because Cruz and Kasich dropped out, and Hillary and Sanders are two Democrats left. So here's what I want to say about it. It's like trying to choose between a left spoiled Rotten Tomato or a right spoiled Rotten Tomato. Now, you may think that's a little harsh, but I don't like really any of them. I mean, not, and for good reasons. Trump is a serial liar, but so's Hillary. Trump is not truthful about most of the things he claims to be his best achievements, which I'm not saying is particularly a bad thing. People lie, it happens. But with your politicians, they're all going to lie. And a politician that's even more inclined to lie than the rest is not a politician I want because he'll lie even more. So, yeah, the politician, as is now with the whole system, is kind of flawed, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It works. We get a president every 4 years, which is exactly what they wanted. But it's not exactly the best system for what it's meant to be. And it's also been turned into something that it was never meant to be. I mean, executive action was never meant to be used the way it was. But it was. Because, well, we've all seen what Obama wanted to do and the things he did do, which he should not have done. Okay. Yeah. So executive action, exactly what we want either. There's lots of things we don't really want that we're going to have to deal with for a long time because if we think it takes a long time for tax reform to go through, it'll take a long time for governmental reform to go through. Just an amendment to the Constitution doesn't involve changing the bare functions of it, just takes months, if not years to do. You have to go check, back check, rechecked again, then checked one more time before it can go past the first stage. It's an extremely intense process for good reason. I mean, it's a law. Now, when we're all kids, we all think, when I'm president, because we all think we can be president at one point in our lives, we think, yeah, I'm going to make this law and this law and this law. Well, that's not how it works. A real law to govern over an entire country takes a while to figure out, and it's not very simple. It's a very difficult process, and for good reason, because every person in the entire country has to follow it. So we want a difficult system, and checks and balances at the time seemed like the best way to do it. But now they just consort with each other, and it's just under the table dealing, and people paying, I'll pay, pat your back, I'll rub your back if you rub mine, that sort of thing. I mean, it's not like, I mean, we get stuff done, and the government's not shut down, except for that time it did shut down. But besides that, it works. We're not all dead. We're in tremendous debt, but we're not all dead. And we still have a pretty powerful army. I mean, we're pretty spread out across the Middle East. We should just leave, to be honest. But I'm not going to get into that at all. Because that is a topic that I know very little about. And I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about what just happened. Oh, God. Okay, then. Yeah. So I don't know very much about it. So I'm not going to talk about it. Fear of saying something wrong, which would be terrible, or saying something you don't agree with, and potentially driving with someone who might like my videos, but seeing this one going, wow, I don't like the way he thinks. So, yeah. Which, again, something I really don't want. Hey, Trump over there. Hey, Trump boy. But yeah, so I'm not gonna get into any political stuff that really. I'm not gonna take a side. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just telling you facts. And the government as it is isn't necessarily wrong either. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work the best way it could. And there's a lot of things that we did not want to happen that did happen anyway. So, yeah. But besides the fact of that, there's not much we can do about it now. And if there's anything you want to do, it'd still take a long time. But yeah, things will happen hopefully one day. But to be honest, I doubt it. For one reason. The people in charge of making sure that happen are the people that don't want it to happen. And until we get someone in the White House or in Congress or enough people in Congress who want change, there's not going to be any because they're the ones that control when it happens. And they'll keep putting it off and just saying, well, reforms is more important things, and then they put it off on other things. And I'm not going to put any side on this, that's why I'm being very general. But yeah, there's no real side you can take without other people not wanting to take your side and making it a political argument. And that's not what I want to do. So I'm just telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I think without making any offending anyone, hopefully, which is a very hard thing to do in 2016. But some people manage to get away with not offending someone. I'm sure I've offended someone in this video already, but I'm trying not to. I don't know. It's people have been very childish for a very long time. Ha, you thought. Ha ha. You were just not the right size, my friend. But yeah, you can't expect. Oh, that's how that happened. Okay. I actually don't know how to put myself back together, so this is not going to end well. I have to make them all the right bigger size than each other, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, the government is a very hard thing to talk about now. Everyone's very vocal about their opinion. And again, like I said, everyone changes sides near the election. Presidential years are just very flip flop. People change to say whatever they need to say to get what they want. Which, I say again, it's not that bad. People doing that, they lie to get what they want. And people do it once in a while. It's not a bad thing. But people like Trump and Hillary's emails, they were found. That's a fact, not not a conspiracy theory. They were found, and she's going to be on trial for it. They're just hoping it's after she becomes president, if she becomes president. Not going to say anything about what I prefer on Trump's side either, but yeah, she's gonna if she they're hoping. But she's going to go on trial. She might just pardon herself, but she'll go on trial. And she may threaten to be impeached beforehand, before she even gets to the part where she can actually do anything. But again, her personal business no. Her personal business is our business too, because if she wants to be our president, well, she better be fit for it. Otherwise, I don't think it's a good idea to put someone in the White House who we don't trust. I mean, everyone trusted Obama. We had no way of, God, we had no reason not to trust him. He'd never seen him before, so we just figured, well, he's a fine guy. But he wasn't, was he? After 4 years, we saw his true nature, and we re-elected him, hoping he'd do better next time. And he didn't. And now he has to get out, thankfully. Now, if I offended you by saying that, I'm sorry. But I have to say, he did not do the best job as president the last 4 years. And he didn't really really care about what people wanted him to do anymore because there was no chance of re-election. So getting out, and I'm not saying he didn't try to be a good president. He tried to be a really good president. I'm just saying he didn't do a very good job of it. So yeah, that is my opinion. There's a lot of time listening to the video, so I keep talking about it. Sweet. So, presidentially, Trump, he's not going to be that bad, in my opinion. And neither will Hillary. They're both not going to be bad at what they do. Just wondering what we want them to do is another question altogether. But again, we won't know what they really think until it's far too late. Like their first 100 days, and they go, all those promises they made that every politician ends up breaking every once eventually. So there's no real point in just going for it because we don't really know what they're gonna do. So there's no point trying to figure it out. Just choose who you think will lie the least. Which usually ends up being the problem with that theory is the people who we think aren't gonna lie the least, they're the best at lying. So they usually lie the most because they're good at it. But you can't do anything about it. Reform needs to happen, but it probably never will. So, whatever. Every 4 years, a new president's elected, and hopefully, eventually, we'll get someone who actually wants to help the country. Well, or just make the best for everyone instead of trying to think what their agenda is. But whatever. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, and there's really nothing we can do about that because every year is the same thing. Every 4 years is the same thing. They do what they say what they're gonna do, and they usually do whatever they really want to do. And as I said before, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not a good thing either. But yeah, that's all I had to say on that topic. Now, on the off chance there's more than 2 people watching this video, and there actually ends up being some sort of argument in the comments, which I doubt highly, but you never know. Here's what I need to say. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and again, that's not necessarily bad. Everyone can have their own opinion. Everyone has the right to be offended. I'm not saying you should be as much as you possibly can, but you have the right to be. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice myself to one of these bigger guys and call it a day. Thank you guys for watching. I'll keep talking until I can't anymore. Oh, there you go. Eat me up. There you go. Well, that's all I had to say on that. I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day.